Oh my God. I just... Week 2 in the kitchen renovation. I'm gonna be removing this microwave and replacing with a range hood. I'm gonna build that. I want the cabinets to go up to the ceiling instead of stopping short. So I'll be removing this trim to wrap around the front and building out the boxes up there and figuring out how to make that look good, extending to the ceiling instead of stopping short.
One of these hanging microwave units that would screws out that are up in this cabinet.
The progress that has been made. I removed the microwave and this cabinet above, plus the trim along the top of the cabinets. The plan is to still have a microwave, but I will be turning this cabinet into, it'll meet the countertop and I'll turn that into an appliance garage. So I have this little compact microwave that we just bought that will go in there and then all the appliances will be tucked away. Now the plan is to build my own range hood that will go all the way up to the ceiling. I'm going to work on extending these cabinets up to the ceiling. I hate how they stop right here. I won't actually be able to add any cabinet space because the space between the top of the cabinets and the trim is just not enough for additional cabinet space. But visually, I think these cabinets would look so much better if they just reached the ceiling. So we're gonna pull off this trim today, build out some cabinet boxes and stuff this week, and the trim will wrap around the front of the extension and it'll all look like one piece. I was so focused on trying to get myself in the frame that I just ran through. Let me show you what I just did. Wow. Did it again. I did it again. Oh my gracious. Testing 1, 2, 3. I got a mic. Okay. I'm making a frame using 2x4s to attach to the wall and the ceiling, and then the hood will attach to that, but also the vent has to attach inside of that. It's been a lot of weird math trying to work this out. I need 2 extra hands, but I'm also being stubborn and I don't want to ask for help. I think I got it. My battery just died. Okay, this is the frame that I made to hold the vent. I'm gonna attach this and then I'm gonna stabilize some more. I'm trying to be a little quiet because Augie is napping. Every time I put the drill up near the ceiling, it vibrates the house. Well, I didn't even think about the fact that I needed to make sure that nothing blocks that vent hole. Obviously, that's very important. Okay, you can see it doesn't fully block the vent. I'm gonna actually just figure out what material or adapter I need anyway to hook this to the range or the vent. If I need more room, I will just cut an inch out right here because really that's all I need. It's not worth taking this whole thing apart and like reconfiguring for all of this. All right, here we go. Oh wait, I gotta go this way. My goodness. For funsies, I'm plugging this thing in and turning it on. Yay! Okay, so is there a method to getting the blue off? I can't. Oh, here it is. Please remove before installation. So the vent's in. I do have to get one of those connectors to connect the top of this thing to the actual vent in my wall. After that, I will be building out almost like a sleeve, like a 3-sided sleeve that will just go shoot right onto the frame. I'll add some decorative trim onto that whenever it's all done. It's gonna look so good. And into an issue yesterday after installing the vent hood into this little frame that I made. The actual vent in my wall, like the duct part, is back behind this now. I don't want to move the range any further down. This is actually the perfect height for a range hood to me. So I had to decide whether or not I wanted to move that duct in the wall up so that I can connect it here to the top of this hood or find another solution. I think I found another solution. I bought this thing. It's called a periscope. I'm in the middle of cutting it right now, but it will connect to the vent in the wall and then this other sleeve part that actually, let me turn this around, has these 2 pieces and you can shorten it. So I'll shorten it quite a bit. One will connect to the wall and the other will connect to this elbow and then to the top of the hood. I found this on like a Reddit thread. People were talking about this actual same scenario and this was a solution that was suggested. Using like flexible ducting for this is actually a hazard because it can trap grease. You need like smooth, rigid surfaces like this and can not be up to code. And I want to try to do this the right way. And I really do want to try to avoid moving the vent in the wall, which would probably be the right answer. But if this can work, it's safe, it's not hazardous, then we're gonna do it. I don't know what these are called, but I'm just using these like snips to cut the metal. I'm having a time with it. There's probably a better way to do this. Okay, I have the first part in. So this has 2 sleeves that are like smushed together. So I had to cut that down and I'm gonna put the hood back up and then I'll connect the elbow. So far, so good. Okay, my vent is good to go. I turned it on. There's no air leaking or anything. I'm good to cover this up. But first, I cut down some scraps and I'm just filling in to make the actual vent itself flush with the bottom of the range hood. It closes in these gaps. Once these are nailed in, I can put my sleeve on and trim it all out. Vent is good. I just turned it on and tested for it. There's no leaking, so that's good to go. Before I put my sleeve on, I'm just closing in the gaps down here. I cut down some scrap wood. I'm just filling in all the way around, kind of like a picture frame. It's flush with the actual vent right there. That will get painted. The sleeve can go on and I can trim it all out. Okay, I'm in my workshop right now. I'm going to build the sleeve for the range hood. I'm using some sheets of plywood. I actually have a good bit of this left over from other projects, so that's very nice. I'll be using my table saw mostly to cut these down, just making like quite literally a sleeve that's just gonna slide right on top of that frame that I built, and then I'll add all the fancy trim. I am not the best at putting on protective gear. I will pretty much always wear my safety glasses, but when it comes to putting on a mask, I could be so much better. So I'm trying to hold myself accountable. This is the year of being a little more safe. But I left my ear protection inside, so we're just picking lungs and eyes for today. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything that I dislike more than trying to maneuver around a giant piece of plywood. I'm probably gonna have to cut this one down with my skill saw, actually. I need to put my mask back on. Oh my gosh! This is not all right. Oh my gosh. Well, I was gonna show you guys something, but I just realized, never mind, disregard. Actually, this is lazy of me, but my skill saw is inside and I just don't feel like going back up the stairs, so I'm going to use my jigsaw. It's fine. I didn't take this off. It fell off, didn't it? Still getting used to this microphone thing. Nothing's in the way down there. Cool. All right. I get it's just a box, but I'm so excited because it's just one step closer to my vision like coming to life. So now I'll be adding some finishing trim around this part of it. Once I build the cabinet extension, I'll be able to wrap all this triple crown around the front and it'll look so pretty when it's all painted and trimmed out. The next thing on the agenda is to work on filling in the gap here. This is like average cabinet height. I can't stand that. I love it when cabinets go all the way to the ceiling. You can see right here though, my trim stops only, it's about 4 inches above cabinets. So I can't actually just add more cabinet space on top because I can't make a 4-inch cabinet box. However, I would rather have this part just be blank and then have trim. You know what I'm saying? But I can make the front of the cabinet go all the way up to the ceiling, then have the trim go all the way in front of the cabinet. There would be about 4 inches of basically nothing, maybe like a little trim detail, but it would look significantly better than the cabinets stopping here and the trim being on the wall behind it. So that is the goal. All right, so where I'm starting here is I'm just gonna build like a 2x4 frame, and then I will get nicely finished wood, whether that's plywood or primed pine boards, to line up with the face of the cabinets and create my cabinet face extension. It's so hard to do this with my hands. I need to make a sketch or something for you guys. Maybe I'll drop a reference photo here so you can kind of see what my brain is loading at the moment. I don't know why I decided to bring this into the house to build. I have an actual workshop for this. Ow. Oh my gosh. Can I just get a ponytail? Oh, I'm bleeding. Here I go again, standing on the countertops. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see if my sister can come help me. Well, I measured wrong. A quarter. It's frustrating. Maddening. Woo! Hammer. You know what? I think my brain isn't working today because every time, and this is everything I've measured today has been wrong. So how did that happen? 11 5/8. Not 9 5/8. I did 9 5/8. Ooh. You know, today's just one of those days, man. Just one of those days. Okay. I've been having one of those days where every measurement has been wrong. I've cut myself twice. I fell coming up the stairs with all of my lumber in my arms. I'm just done. We've made some progress here and it's already looking so promising. It's just gonna look so much better when these cabinets go all the way to the ceiling, even if we're not gaining any internal space. These 2x4 boxes I still need to fill in there, but I ran out of 2x4s. I was trying to use up all my scraps. Will just serve as like a backdrop for like me adding the new cabinet facing on, and then that trim will connect on top of that. It'll all be closed in like a box, kind of like this hood, and then the trim will be added just like I did with the hood. To start really looking different today. It already is looking amazing. I'm gonna cover up all of the framing today, so we'll actually look like the cabinets go to the ceiling. That will be the base for my crown molding to attach to. I do have something else fun planned, like an extra detail planned for these cabinets that I'll be working on next week, but just tackling this today. Okay, here we go. Why? I mean, like a so confused right now. It's not going all the way. All right, I gotta shape some up. I thought today was gonna go much smoother than yesterday, but it's feeling like today is giving yesterday vibes. Oh my goodness. Like, I need to shave like a quarter of an inch off of this thing. Oh, I measured wrong again. Hallelujah. I have to brainstorm on this because the way that this side cabinet is, I plan to add some sort of treatment on here to like make it look nice and finished. Currently, if I were to put this piece here, let me show you what happens. It looks like this because this part is recessed. So I might have to reconfigure the framing actually. I gotta figure it out.